Hi everyone, I've been guiding you throughout the year and now is the most important time. The last 2 days of your NEET preparation, let's plan how to move into the exam hall and more importantly, how to give the NEET exam. Okay, so I'll just not start with the NEET exam day. Let's come to the day before that, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I want you all to have a very slight, dinner and sleep on time. So on time, I mean you should sleep at 11 p.m. and try to wake up at around 6 a.m. on the Saturday. That is 21st of May, the D-Day, right? Now, how should you prepare yourself? Try not to revise a lot on the day before the exam. Make yourself very calm, very cool, and just tell yourself whatever question is going to come on the exam, it will be from your written notes only. Secondly, on the day of the morning, just have a very light breakfast and please reach the exam hall on time. In fact, I'll say before time. Do not do this mistake of reaching in a hurry. It really not puts you in that frame where you can appear for those questions in which you are not very sure of. So first strategy is to reach the exam hall on time. Okay, please take all the documents as they have been told, and ensuring please take the original document just to have no confusion there at all. Okay, now about those small notes you want to take of the exam, that's pretty fine. You want to take some small notes with you in the exam hall just to relieve you of that stress, take it, but I will advise you not to keep on revising this just for the exam. It will create that panic in what you can be there. Now, what you must do is stop studying at least 1.5 hours before the exam time. That is very important. And also very important is, because a lot of gossips going on everywhere, do not indulge yourself in any sort of gossips. No mobile phone, nothing. Do not ask anyone else. It's tomorrow onwards, how is your preparation and what are they trying to do. Everyone's trying to do a bit, and what you must understand is, the more you try to put yourself in that gear, it becomes very easy. Now moving into how must you move into the exam hall. So be very quiet, don't indulge in a lot of gossips or anything. And you should put positive mindset. You should put positive thoughts in your mind that whichever question that is going to come will come from your notes only. Please tell yourself this, okay? Whatever you have read, the question is going to come from that only. Now, ensuring that in the exam center, you do not put into yourself into those pressure zones where you try to keep on asking others, how is your preparation, have you read this topic, have you read that topic. It will really not help you. Okay, so be calm and be very much composed. About the exam orientation, how to appear for the exam. So first thing you should understand is, in the first half an hour, okay, or so, try to only mark those questions in which you're completely sure of. So what happened to me was, in the first 10 questions I got into my exam, it is completely out of that. Well, I didn't know any of those answers. I quickly skipped it over to get into those questions in which I was completely sure of. So first advice to you is, please mark those questions in which you're completely sure of, leaving those questions in which you do not have a bit amount of idea. Now moving into how to skip those questions. The moment you skip a question and move to the next one, please forget about the previous questions. Many students have this mistake of clinging to that thought that I was not able to mark that question. I kept on thinking, and that really moved my motivation down. So point number one is, don't overthink. Okay, in the first half an hour, I want you all to put those questions in which you're completely sure of. Okay, then skipping those tough questions or confusing questions completely. In this way, at least you'll be able to go throughout the 200 questions in 1 hour, complete 1 hour. Now you have a good amount of time also. Next, facing the tough question. One thing you should do is, if you face a tough question back to back, it's a good idea to maybe skip it. Now when you are looking into that again, the golden rule is, if you know about two options, mark the answer. Now sir, how to mark the answer? If I'm having confusion in the options, try to look at that histories in the question and to see what matches with the answer to those negative history. Well, suppose you are a doctor and you get this option of marking that question. So what are those history in the long questions in which this actually fits into? This is like a jumble word question, right? So this option will match into those and those. Well, I will not mark this one, I will not mark this, and just mark the question. Supposedly the option is, this is supposedly a type A disease and this is a type B disease. So obviously one of them is the answer. So surely mark that answer. Okay. So it's all about the mind game, because NEET question will be a bit lengthy. I expect that to be a bit lengthy, a bit confusing, but will not be very tricky as the INICT question was. Those are really two different exams. Okay. About About which questions to leave completely. So I will suggest you for those questions which you have no idea at all, whether you don't know any idea of those 4 options, it's better that you leave it. And especially this goes for those people who are scoring 140 plus in the GT. Do not attempt it 198 so that you make your negative mistakes too, because you are getting into 140 plus, I'm sure you're getting into good ranks. For those who are getting around 120 to 140 in the previous GTs, guys, you must attempt a bit extra, because you wonder what happens that if you miss mark blindly 10 questions and one just mark A out, you know what happens, 2 of them get correct and ultimately everything neutralizes. So I would suggest you to please mark the options, and the total number of questions that you must be attempting is around 190 plus. For those who are scoring 140 plus in the GT, your attempt should be at least 195 plus minus 3 questions. I think that is a very good way of reading the questions. Now again, I tell you few golden points. Number 1, if you have no idea about the 4 options, leave the question. If you have some idea and you can at least rule out one of the 2 options, please mark that question. Do not leave it. Okay? NEET is all about the mind game, and the more you put yourself into that zone, it really helps you a lot. Okay? So I'll just recapitulate what I told you. In the night before, please have a light dinner and sleep early. Okay? Wake up in the next morning and try to reach the examination hall on time, taking all the documents in original that they require. Okay? Let not you be panicked that time. Do not indulge yourself in any gossip, any mobile phone, any people talking over there. Just be in that zone where you want to be fully attentive to face those 200 questions, which will really make your life pretty easy and best. Okay? In the exam time, skip those questions which you're finding very hard. In the first half an hour, give yourself momentum and that confidence which will move towards solving more and more questions. So once you've moved to that question and then you go to the tough questions, if you rule out 2 options, surely attempt it. Rule out 1 option, attempt it. But if you have no idea about those 4 options, just leave it. That's the best idea. Just leave it. Don't worry about it. Now your attempt should be around 190 plus. For those who are scoring 140 regularly in the GT, your attempt should be at least 195 plus minus 3 in the NEET exam. Guys, I'm very sure you will do the best. See, I am be guiding you throughout the year, and this is the time that you are the best. You should have that confidence that I can do it and I will do it. Okay? Please don't underthink of yourself. Have that confidence. If your preparation of the NICT or the exam the result was not very good, forget about that. It's a really different exam, and I'm very sure you will do the best. So ensuring that, please have this all thing in mind. Seeing you all again tomorrow with best wishes coming up. Okay? Take care. Goodbye, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.